up, y'all? Strong Master Lee.
And Lulu.
Alright, sharing with y'all my love of Southern rock because I grew up in Kentucky, went to college in the University of Virginia down south. I shouldn't have to say this, but I don't think people realize, but Southern rock was much more than just a local type of style of music because so much that style of music has gone worldwide. We just listened to The Who just now. Not like The Who from America, but The Who from Mongolia.
Mongolian.
And we're just listening to a song, You. And I'm like, that's a distinct Southern rock influence to that. So this type of music has spread worldwide. And
that's right.
When you think of Southern rock, one of the best ones out there from this band, the Allman Brothers, Ramblin Man.
I heard this
Great
song.
Is that right? Even in the Philippines, they know this song.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've always never really thought of it as Southern rock. To me, it always felt much more folksy. A bit like, the other song, Don McLean. American Pie.
American Pie?
American Pie.
Yes!
Right? You can hear that kind of song. It's like pure Americana.
Yes.
I wouldn't quite classify that as actually, how would you classify that song? It's very folksy to me. Classic rock at this point.
Yeah, classic rock.
Although any rock song old enough becomes classic rock. So this is a classic rock song, definitely Southern roots. This is a lyric video, so this is the first time I actually going to finally learn the lyrics to the song. So let's enjoy.
Yes, let's do it.
By the way, if you want to hear some wicked wild stories about Vegas, you gotta check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out our fantasy show.
Try to make a living, doing the best I can.
And when it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My father was a gambler down in Georgia, and he wound up on the wrong end of a gun. And I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus,
Rolling down Highway 51. Oh,
41.
41, I thought it was 51.
I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing
The best I can.
when it's time for leaving. I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man.
I heard it under your breath, or they're like, what does rambling mean? Do you not know what it means?
Ramblin'? Don't know where to go?
I was like applied. It's not that they don't know where to go. It's like you're rambling
Etsy.
along.
Or
It's
no.
almost more just like freely exploring. No preconceived thought of I gotta go here. You just kind of go from wherever your legs take you.
You go with the
So he's
flow.
just going with the flow. He's rambling along, exploring the world.
Because he was born at the back of the bus.
That's
Is
the
that what it
reason
is?
why. Yeah. Maybe he just doesn't have a home. I mean, his dad was a gambler, probably didn't have a house anymore, born in a Greyhound bus. Yeah,
it's
it's
from
probably in his,
childhood.
it's in his DNA now.
You're a rambling man.
I am a rambling man. Was I born in the back of a Greyhound? My parents didn't tell me?
I'm on my way to New Orleans.
This is what I love about this song. It has just this long period of just like the orchestra playing, just jamming, and you just get lost in it. It's so good.
It's like the story of his life, right? As a musician.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if it is a
everywhere.
true story, but it's definitely a story that I think was very common back in that time period. Yeah. Like, I think the song was written in the 70s or so, and that it's like, free love period, right? Back then, I mean, I think they're not quite the same as hobos, but like, you just kind of like hitchhike, you just go somewhere. No one does that anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god. Who does that now?
Nobody's hitchhiking.
Scary.
Well, you don't need to. You just call an Uber, right? But like,
But when
back then it was not scary. It was very common.
right.
Yeah. I mean, even my parents, like, because they're like very cautious about stuff. I think at one point, a couple times, I remember when I was a kid, we used to live in Kentucky, we would pick up hitchhikers where you can see people on the road, like, he needs a ride. Let's just, he'd just go.
Yeah,
to
but
the
normally
town
you do that because you're in the town was like nobody's around, right? Like
No,
there's no
you-
Uber that can take you.
Yeah, you just pick people up off the street and they would just roam around. And there was a lot of people that would just roam around back then. I mean, America is so big that if you wanted to have that kind of lifestyle, now that I think about it, like this concept of being a Ramblin Man has been out throughout American history. Because like it was a cowboys way back in the day. And I think maybe during the Depression you have hobos, right, where people were so poor they would, just like walk around with a sack and, oftentimes they would walk on the railroad paths. That's where they showed that. And they would just go to the next town to do work, oftentimes work like on the railroad. But in the 70s, America had developed quite a bit, but this lifestyle still continued on. So it's just, a song for the era. But yeah, nobody does this anymore.
Nobody.
No.
My God.
What you got now is you got digital nomads now. People who are like, I'm gonna go live in another country,
Right, that's
right?
what
And
they
that
do.
I'm rambling around the world, but I still got my laptop and connected to everything.
Yeah.
And that lifestyle will never go away. It just evolved.